It's finals day on Techno Games, and it's time to find out who's going for gold and who's going for scrap.
The biggest and the best in cybersports are revving up and getting ready for action. Getting ready for the biggest robot tournament in the world. From the Technodrome at Shepperton Studios, we bring you Techno Games 2002.
Welcome to the climactic day of the Games. The medals are ready, but are the competitors? Tonight, after a fortnight of red-hot robot competition, we'll be crowning the last of the cyber champions in the swimming, the assault course and the heavyweight sprint, and presenting the special award for innovation. Here's the full menu of what's coming up tonight. We've got the finals of the rather odd rocket cars, the thrilling race for gold, silver and bronze in the swimming final, more egg-lofting exploits, and at last the final race-offs in the heavyweight sprint, as well as the assault course. And for the final time this year, on hand to give us their in-depth analysis are our resident experts, Professor Noel Sharkey of Sheffield University and Director of the Creative Robotics Unit at Magna, and Professor Martin Smith of the University of Central England. But before the main course, we've got an exhibition event which is really more wacky races than Techno Games, the funny cars. Barry was there as the fun started.
The first car is Rock Rover, entered by the John Keeble Primary School in Basingstoke. Meet a head teacher with a hobby.
Hi, I'm Matt and this is Rock Rover, and I'm entering the funny car event with this vehicle. It's rocket powered and it's been unkindly described as being modelled on Postman Pat's van, but I'm telling you this is going to be the fastest first class delivery you've ever seen.
Next comes Lightstorm Vampire from Hornchurch in Essex, entered by 2 civil servants and a student.
Hi, this is Team Hart. This is Peter the captain. I'm Laurie, a car designer, and concept man Rob. And this is our funny car entry. It's based on a famous film. You might recognise it, and it's also got a very famous little driver there. Hopefully you stay on.
Next comes Flintstone, Yabba Dabba Doo, from a graphics designer and a retired professional model maker.
Good afternoon, this is Fred Flyers, Ian and Gary Dowsett, and we're here for Techno Games Funny Car rocket event, and we're here to rock and roll to gold.
Last in the heat are 3 men in a car from Felixstowe in Suffolk. The car is called Buggit. The team leader is a cargo planner.
We're Team Buggit. This is Mike, this is Rob, and I'm Brian, and this is our rocket car. It's based around an old radio-controlled buggy chassis with a McLaren F1 shell.
Stand by to compete.
2 teams to qualify for the final from the 4. And it's Rock Rover and Flintstone in that order. Rock Rover living up to the comments beforehand, certainly a first-class delivery. Flintstone coming in second. Heat 2, and from the left-hand lane will come Rocket Rat from Tadley in Hampshire, entered by a telecoms engineer.
Hi, my name's Rob O'Brien. I'm T-Captain of the Team Rodent team. This is Rocket Rat. He was designed to be the fastest rodent on 4 wheels. The only trouble is I think the flame-proof material's not that flame-proof, so I'm a bit worried that it might catch fire.
Next, the first of 2 school entries. This one is from Charters Ancaster College in Bexhill-on-Sea, Speedy Gonzales.
Hello, I'm Roslyn. This is Jessica and this is Mr. Collins. This is our robot, Speedy Gonzales.
The shell is made of papier-mâché. The head is a sock filled with newspaper. The snail is wooden and stuck to the top. This is a rocket motor, and we hope to do very well.
Looking rather more like a racing car is Supercar, entered by a family team from Leatherhead in Surrey.
I'm Trevor, this is my brother Robin, and this is my dad Jeff. This is our rocket car, Supercar. It's powered by a rocket motor capable of delivering 10 newtons of thrust.
And England expects from the final entry from the Admiral Lord Nelson School, Portsmouth in Hampshire, Eurotruck.
This is Joe, this is Dan, I'm Mr. Stubbs. We are Team Eurotruck from Admiral Lord Nelson School in Portsmouth. We are the undisputable heavyweights of this division.
Stand by to compete.
From the left, Rocket Rat, Speedy Gonzales, Supercar, Eurotruck. And it's Supercar away first, chased by Rocket Rat. Those are the 2 qualifiers. In comes Speedy Gonzales. And great deal of smoke around the place, and Euro Truck would appear to have blown up. Didn't finish. Qualifiers clear from the start, Supercar and Rocket Rat. So to the final with Flintstone, runner-up in the first heat, which was won by Rock Rover, a bit quicker than Postman Pat. Then the Supercar from Surrey, winner of the second heat, and Rocket Rat, who has yet to set fire to itself.
Stand by to compete. Power up.
2 heat winners from the centre lanes. And away goes Rock Rover and Flintstone. It was very tight between those two. But Rock Rover got it with Flintstone in second place and Rocket Rat third. Times got quicker from the heats to the final. Gold medal to Rock Rover, 1.55 seconds success for the primary school head teacher Matt O'Brien.
What a fantastic funny car final. Let us have a brief word with our medalists. First of all, Rocket Rat. I see you talking to the beast.
Yeah, he deserves winning.
Happy with bronze or disappointed you didn't get a brighter colour?
No, I'm just happy he didn't catch fire.
That's very true. That's very true indeed. Well, look, let me lean over. There's the bronze medal. There you are, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Big round of applause, please, for the Rocket Rat. Let's go over here to the Flintstone team. Now, Ian, very, very, very close indeed. You made a scream up on the inside.
Yeah, we tried it. We were going for gold.
It was tough to get here, wasn't it, really?
Very tough.
Let me go reach over. Thank you, Steve. These are the silver medals. Well done for you, sir. Big round of applause, please, for the Flintstone team. And finally, Rocket Rover. Worried at any time when you saw the Flintstone bearing down on you?
Oh, I was very worried.
It came down to the start as well, because you made a blistering start, didn't you?
It was a good start, and then he sort of seemed to slow up a little bit. Sort of a bit of weaving around the track, which had me worried.
Let me lean you over. Here is the gold medal for you, sir. Congratulations, Rocket Rover, and a big congratulations to all our teams. Well done, guys. Well done.
So we've seen the funny cars.
Yes.
What's funny about them?
You have to ask. What was really extraordinary, I thought, was that all 3 medal winners in those funny cars went faster than the gold medal winner in the final of the professional rocket cars.
Yes. And what I thought was quite interesting as well is that there's me knowing nothing about aerodynamics, and I'm looking at Rock Rover and thinking, well, that's never going to win. How is that ever going to win? And it's so
It was boxy, wasn't it? It was boxy.
Streets ahead of the rest.
It's better aerodynamics than the Rat, with all that fur.
This is true. You know, the Rat cost £10, £8 of which was fur. And it still got a bronze.
It got a bronze. Well, I mean, the Flintstone one.
He was quite swift.
They were brilliant. I mean, the extraordinary thing was how much they increased their speed from the first to the second half.
What do you put it down to? What's the thing you've really got to focus on when you're making something as quick?
It's still the weight. If you look at
the
the really fast one, that was the lightest one, and that goes all the way through, and the slowest one is the heaviest one.
Thanks, guys. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for. We are about to go live to the pool, where we'll discover the champion of the most competitive event of the Games, the swimming. But first, let's see how the finalists got here.
And Brutosaurus is going to win if it can just turn its other bit to the left, and it does. And it beats it comprehensively. Victory for Marlin. Doggy Paddle Deluxe, 15.56, the winning time. And it's going to be Robo Duck, by just about a duck.
So let's go live to the poolside now with Andy. So no cocktail in your hand, just a fistful of medals to give away.
Aye, that's right, Philippa. I have the medals here, you know, bronze, silver and gold. I've got to be honest with you, I think the gold medal is going to be going to the Marlin team because they are very fast indeed. The real battle is going to be for silver. I don't know who's going to get this, to be honest with you. All the other teams are fairly pumped up, they're fairly confident, they're ready to rumble, so let's get it underway.
But are they tense? Are they tense? We've been building up to this all week. I really want to know how they feel.
Well, let's be like this. Doggy Paddle, they haven't smiled since they've arrived. Brutosaurus, well, they can't believe they're actually in the final. And Robo Duck, for some strange reason, they're singing to themselves, which is always quite worrying when you're down here with them. But they're ready to go. But I've got to be honest with you, I think the gold medal's going to go with the Marlin team.
Yeah, but this is Techno Games. Anything can happen. Thanks very much, Andy. Now let's go over to Barry Davis, who'll talk us through the big race.
From the right-hand lane comes Robo Duck, the Davis family from Ingatestone in Essex.
I'm here with RoboDuck in the pits. Now, this is a good machine. We've got a double motor system, we've got twin speed controllers. This thing's designed for reliability. We've got a simple crank motion here. Somebody lost part of their bicycle building this thing. Nice flipper motion. Now, the good thing about this is the flippers are beneath the water line, so there's going to be no loss of propulsion. I've got a feeling this machine's going to do well.
Here is Doggy Paddle Deluxe, entered by the Hales family from Eastbourne in Sussex.
Hello, we are the Doggy Paddle Deluxe team. This is my dad, Stephen, and my brother, Joshua. And this is our robot, the Doggy Paddle Deluxe.
Thank you, Samuel. This robot is based around a radio-controlled car chassis, much shortened to operate a couple of paddles through some cranks, and it seems to operate reasonably well. We're quite happy with it.
Now the favourite, Marlin, entered by 3 generations of the Williams family from Warwick.
We're Team Marlin. This is Alex, Jan, my name's Derek. Our robot is powered by a windscreen wiper motor, which drives these 2 fins at the back here. This also does the steering, and we're hoping to do really well. We may maybe even win, you never know.
And the one that looks so different from the rest, Brutosaurus, the entry of Bruton School for Girls in Somerset.
I'm Kirsty Duncan, and these are my teammates, Laura Ransom and Mr. Christopher. We're from Bruton School for Girls, and this is our robot, Brutosaurus.
Brutosaurus is battery-powered and is connected to 2 windscreen wiper motors. It's ugly as hell, but we're going to win anyway.
We shall see.
Activate your machines. Power up.
Boys for the swimming final. So many entered. Who's going to win in the end? It's going to be Marlin coming from lane 2. Brutosaurus chasing Marlin home. Not quite so quick as it was in the quarter-final, Marlin, but it's going to win. Brutosaurus might well get second place. It does get second place. Doggy Paddle Deluxe third and RoboDuck fourth. Well, Brutosaurus went better then than at any stage and wants to go on and on. They can't quite believe it, the girls. They looked at Andy when he said that they had no chance, or words to that effect. But he was right, Andy. Marlin, the winner. Brutosaurus in second place. Doggy Paddle Deluxe getting the better of RoboDuck for the bronze. So the expected victory for Marlin, 11.19.06 outside its own world record. Well done to Brutosaurus.
Wow, what a final. First of all, straight over here to the Doggy Paddle team. Happy with bronze?
Fantastic. Yeah, we were thrilled to qualify. To get a medal is absolutely brilliant.
All those hours of hard work.
Yeah, playing around in the bath, it was all worth it.
Well, listen, Steve's here, which means it's time for the medals. So let me lean over here and grab the Techno Games bronze medals. Let me give them to you, my lord. Well done, mate. Look after them. And a big round of applause, please, for the Doggy Paddle team. Well done. Well done. Let us now go over here to the ladies. Ladies, let me just get in it. Excited, ladies?
Yes!
Yes. I have to say, monstrous start all the way to the end. No, then at the end you turn off your machines. You carried on. You carried on. You wanted to...
Decapitating the dog.
you were taking on the dog. You were taking them all. Now, last year, you got the bronze, didn't you? Mm-hmm. You've done one better this year, girls. OK, so let me lean over. Here we are. Here are the Techno Games silver medals. Ladies, wear them with pride. Make some noise, everybody, please, for the silver medalists. And let us now go over here to this team. Hello, team. Derek and Alex. And hello, mate. An outstanding machine.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be honest, it's been in the bag since day one, hasn't it, really?
Well, we didn't know that. You know, we didn't know how fast the others are going to go, but...
I mean, your time there was fast. You didn't break your world record, though. So
no,
you didn't...
no. Well, we had to steer off to one side to miss one of the other ones, so it was made it a bit slower, yes.
You just shot off at the start. No one was really going to get near you, were they? Well, listen, lads, congratulations. Here are the Techno Game gold medals. I think you're going to win a few more of these. I see a masterful team forming here. Come on, people, make some noise once again for our gold medalists, the Marlin team! Well done, guys.
You predicted it, and you predicted Marlin was going to win. How about the second and third place, though?
Well, Brutosaurus, I mean, cut nearly 5 seconds off the time from the first one.
Yeah.
And went straight and his body didn't fall off. So
And then went absolutely mad.
Yes, it
Tried
did.
to climb out of the pool at the end.
It was too excited.
It was very excited. And Doggy Paddle Deluxe.
They're a bit faster than they were, and the fastest two both using windscreen wiper motors. So
Funny they never work on the car, do they? Windscreen
No, of
wiper
course not,
motors.
no,
No,
no.
that's the... So again, medal winners that deserved it.
Well, definitely, yes.
Okay.
Consistently.
Thanks, guys. But next up, Techno Games goes space age. Up to a point, the next event is rocket-powered, but inside that payload, it's not satellites, but eggs. Yep, it's the Rocket Egg Loft and a new exhibition event, the Odd Rocks. Rockets built by people who say bar humbug to aerodynamics and stick novelty items all over their projectiles. Andy Collins was with the Rocket Men earlier.
Yes, it's the egg lofting. Now, this is a tough competition. What our teams have to do is take an egg and a rocket and launch it as high as they can into the sky. Then land without breaking the egg, and if they hit our target zone, they'll be worshipped like gods. But before we do all that, time for something a bit odd.
We're Time Team. This is our rocket TARDIS, and we're going for duration in years, not minutes.
3, 2, 1, fire! And Doctor Who looks to be in a bit of trouble. Whoops!
This is RT Detour, the detour, because we're not quite certain where it's going to go.
But it's gone pretty well and is up there for quite a long time. Out comes the parachute. Certainly got good height and was in the air for 21 seconds.
This is Brickbat, and it's called Brickbat because it looks like a brick. And this is our secret weapon, and we're hoping that Philippa's going to help blow the competition away.
So off you go, Philippa. Make sure that you don't land face down, otherwise somebody else will say goodnight this evening. She survived.
Hi, this is our entry into Techno Games this year. It's Harry 1. It's based on Harry the Hornet, the Watford Football Club mascot. It's never ever been tested before, so we're just hoping that it has a smooth flight off the launch pad.
Are you watching Gianluca Vialli? Well, you won't have liked what you saw.
I think it's a bit top heavy, to be honest. Very heavy head for a Hornet. Bit of a disaster.
Hi, this is our entry into the Odd Rock competition. This is Octagon, octopus rocket. Try to come up with something really unstable looking. We want to see how she performs in these conditions today.
That's a contender. Good height. And floating down and in flight for 12 seconds.
This is John Jackham's Jumbo, which I'll be flying today. It's a rocket basically based around some a balloon with paper mache on it and stabilising fins, which are the legs and the arms.
3, 2, 1. Not up for too long. And after all that, with points awarded for design, flight difficulty and flight duration, the gold medal goes to Art Detour. No, it's not time for breakfast, it's time for measuring the eggs and then marking them for the egg loft competition. After that, to pack them carefully so that when they come back down to earth, they won't be broken. First to go are three friends from Hornchurch in Essex.
We're Team Heart. I'm Peter, this is Rob, this is Laurie. This is our Rocket Heart Express. It's only flown once on testing, it's done well. But in this wind, the egg may hatch before it lands.
It's a good launch into a clear blue sky. Out comes the yellow parachute. Certainly got good height. Quite a long time in the air, 52 seconds. Now the entry by Techno Games. Good height again. This is another team from Essex. I think you'll find that the parachute appears a little later, so they're on their way down, and I make that 46 seconds. Now again from Essex come 3 ladies from a charity group.
Hi, we're from South Essex Rape and Incest Crisis Centre. I'm Renee.
I'm Maureen.
And I'm Sam. Our rocket's called Venus Voyager because women are from Venus and we're on a voyage.
Men are from Mars, and that isn't going to trouble any planet. They'll be disqualified because the parachute didn't open.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that. It's in one piece.
First check of the eggs, John Jacob, who went second, is happy, so is Peter Barrett, and the girls are okay too, but they're out of it anyway. Now an entry from the West Midlands from the Luckett family.
We're Team Trust. I'm Paul. I'm Colin.
And I'm Richard. This is our Rocket Express, which is powered by a D-type engine.
Away it goes, but not as high as the 2 leaders. So obviously not as long in the air. 15 seconds. Now from success in the funny cars to egg lofting for Matt O'Brien.
I'll tell you what, Matt, this wind is playing havoc with my hair. Now, get technical with me. What makes a good rocket launch?
Well, quite a few techniques you can use to get a good rocket launch. We've got a nice aerodynamic model here, so it will slip through the air nicely. Quite small fins, aerodynamically sectioned again, so it's very streamlined. It's quite a powerful motor in there as well, because with the egg, it's the egg in the top section there, it's quite heavy.
Right.
And above all, you need a lot of luck.
Oh, he's got tremendous height. It's an excellent launch, still climbing. Off with considerable power, absolutely vertical, into quite a swirling wind. And it's in the air and will come down, they know not where. So we can go on with Matt's brother Rob.
Hi, my name's Rob O'Brien from Team Egg White. This is my rocket, Egg White. Now, the good thing about this rocket is the egg is packed in toilet roll, which should give it a better clean sweep coming down.
We shall see. Nothing like his brother's height, and it's coming down pretty quickly. Look how the wind's taking it. Few wispy clouds now. And it comes down only about 25 seconds in the air. Next rocket on the launch pad and being blown by the wind, it's Extravaganza.
I'm Robin, this is my brother Trevor and my dad Jeff. We're Team Seabrook and we're here with our rocket, Courier. We're here to win gold medal, nothing else.
That's confidence for you. But I'm afraid it won't be the gold medal because that's not high enough, but the parachute has worked. It was a good launch, but it needed to climb a deal further. 36 seconds. This is Little Red Booster 2. Last to go but one. Oh, that's a good launch. That's got a good height, and there's a competitor here for Matt O'Brien. And to end this Eggloft Grand Prix, here is Executor.
Hi, I'm Pete Waddington. This is my wife Angela and my nephew Elliot Norton. This is our rocket, the Executor, and we fancy our chances.
Last to launch. Oh no, their chances are going downhill very quickly. No parachute. Yes, very late in the day, but only up there for under 10 seconds. It really swirled off the launch pad. An important check from Mel Sharp. Little Red Booster was in the air for 1 minute 44 and the egg is intact. And Peter Waddington also intact.
Bigger shoot.
But problem for the Seabrooks, that's well scrambled.
Just see as long as it isn't cracked. Nope, that's fine.
What about Rob O'Brien? Didn't go too far, but his egg remained intact. As for his brother Matt, he went a long way.
Well, the model was in the air for quite a long time. It flew way out of the airfield. I've had to drive over to the next village, and then I went for a 2-mile cross-country run using a page from my road atlas for navigation, but I did find the model. Now the question is the egg intact?
That is actually intact after all of that flight.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's the second gold medal in egg lofting. It was a lot harder this time round, some very good competition, but I'm really pleased.
Yay!
Bronze medals to Peter Barrett and Hart Express. The silver to Little Red Booster and the Sharp team. And the title defended by Matt O'Brien.
Next up, another dramatic finale, a gas-guzzling ground war between the best of the heavyweight sprinters. But first, let's see how they got here.
Ulysses has the advantage, but continues to go off to the left. Clodhopper, 8 metres to go as Ulysses crosses the line. Obvious Irish delight. Black Widow trying to increase the pace, but slipping rather as Scuttleby Squared crosses the line in the new world record, 13.06.
So to find out whether the heavyweight sprint champions achieved total domination of the running track or last year's champions held on to their crown, let's go over to Barry Davis, who watched the race earlier.
This is the challenger, Scuttleby Squared, who's broken the world record twice on the way to this final. And of course, it could be a Scuttle sprint double here.
This is Scuttle, weighs in at 2.5 kilos. It's got a gear-driven processive leg movement with the legs 90 degrees out of phase. This is Scuttleby Squared. It weighs 40 times as much. It's got a 3-metre length of chain running on a sprocket system, legs 180 degrees out of phase, and it moves so quick, the legs are a blur. Just take a look at this. Isn't that phenomenal?
There's a very different style from the defending champion from Dublin. His best time is nearly 43 seconds.
This is Ulysses, and he's huge. Looks complicated? No, incredibly simple. Basically, he's a set of 8 walking ship's anchors. Leg motion derived from a crankshaft motion with a top linkage tied to these sliders. There's no steering on this machine. You just point him in a straight line, fire this baby up, and hope.
Stand by to compete.
So the final of the heavyweight sprint. Will it be the double for Ulysses or the double for the Franklin family? And Scuttleby Squared moving off, not quite as quick as Scuttle, but moving off well in the heavyweight division. Ulysses has lost the shoe, and Scuttleby Squared comes home to win, and he's done it again. Another world record, 11.6. And Ulysses has done it again too, lost a 9. Trying to speed up, to go down fighting, having lost the title, but it's really hard work. Is it going to make it to the finish? No, I don't think it is. That's a pity. The victory 12 by Scuttleby Squared, and Peter Redmond congratulating Mike Franklin. How well Scuttleby Squared has done. The world record coming down from 15.19 set in Heat 1 to 11.6 in the final. The silver to Ulysses, the bronze to Clodhopper.
Well, the heavyweight division certainly lived up to expectations. We had smashes, bashes, but thankfully no explosions. Time to present the medals. First of all, we'll get the bronze medals, and they will go to Clodhopper. There you are, guys. Those are the bronze medals for you. Well done. Silver medals. I present these to Ulysses. There you are, guys. There's the silver medals. Congratulations.
Cash prize or a check?
No, there's no check. No cash. No. Guaranteed there's no check. And the gold medal. These guys are the world record holders in the lightweight and heavyweight divisions. They are also gold medalists in the lightweight and heavyweight division. All I can say, Scuttle, is congratulations, and I salute you. Well done.
Well, everyone felt sorry for Ulysses there, didn't they?
Yes,
At first it lost an eye and then it just stopped. Did it run out of petrol, do you think?
I think it might have done.
OK, so that's the technical reason behind that stopping. But because we're all feeling sorry for Ulysses, you kind of forget the huge, huge achievement by the Scuttle team. Tell us the history.
Well, way back, about 2 years ago, Scuttle came into the games with a very, very fast little machine.
And away they go.
But it was so fast that it actually fell apart. And
starting
fluttered, all the legs fell off in pieces. And he turned it over and ran it on its gears. But we had to disqualify it.
Oh.
But he's obviously learned an awful lot from building robots. And he takes a very scientific approach. He's very methodical. And he produces some beautiful pieces of engineering. But these machines now have come on such a long way. It's It's a great credit to him.
So is there a lesson to be learned there?
Stick with it and take a scientific approach.
Thanks, guys. Right now, 2 robots are about to fight it out to be the first assault course champion of Techno Games and claim the very last gold available. In a few moments, we'll be going live to see whether it's Wolf, humiliated in the football last week, or Bugs Buggy, who've come through by hook and by crook, beating the record holder Technomoth, who take that gold. But first, let's take a look at how those teams got there and who won the bronze medal in the playoff earlier.
But the goal is scored. Technomoth with a lot of ground to make up. Through the tyres. And the outsiders made it to the final. And Wolf having a few problems. Comes clear to hit the target with the football. Big Bro has missed the goal, so there'll be penalty points there. Reaching the finishing line first, but the penalty points will give victory to Wolf. So our last look at the robot, which has appeared in more events than any other during these Techno Games. It's Big Bro.
Ian Watts of Team Big Bro with Big Bro. He's really light at the moment. We've taken all the bits and pieces out of the inside. We've got the speed and manoeuvrability to win this assault.
Final competition to come for bronze medal against Technomoth, who expected to be going for gold in this assault competition.
Hi, this is Team Ale. Anne, Liz and Edward. We're here with Technomoth. This moth is going to fly and no one's going to stop Technomoth.
Team, stand by to compete.
In the semi-final, Technomoth got it wrong at the ramp. What this time? Big Bro off slightly the quicker. Through the first. Side by side. Just that slight advantage is going to count for a lot. Same thing has happened again. Will he go into reverse this time? Big Bro is coming through the bricks. While Technomoth tries to get into reverse and has got stuck. Big Bro just has to keep his head. Now to score a goal. And he does. Through the tyres, there's no danger. Technomoth is stuck. Big Bro takes the bronze. Delight for Ian Watts and disappointment for the Pritchard family. Not the fastest time, 36.72, but the Watts family and Big Bro made sure for the consolation bronze medal.
Top stuff. Now we can go live to Andy, who's down on the assault course track with the finalists. So Andy, can the bunny make it?
Well, this is the thing, Philippa. I've got to be honest with you. The crowd seem to be siding with Bugs Buggy. Wolfie, you are the fastest of the two, but the crowd don't seem to like you. Does that bother you?
No, what should we bother about the crowd? It's all about us and the robots.
Do you think it's because they're better drivers than you that the crowd have sided, or is it because they've got a big fluffy thing with big ears at the front?
It's got to be that bunny. You know, who can shear marble at my machine?
Well, I personally will not side with the crowd. I think you've got the gold medal, your name is written on it, and I think you're going to get it. But let's go over to the Bugs Buggy crew, because the crowd like you, you're driving really well, but you still are having slight problems, aren't you, with that football?
Yeah.
You just can't seem to put it in the back of the net, Andy. What's the problem, mate?
Well, we get it lined up, but sometimes we just hit it wrong and it goes wide.
It just goes wide. And you've got an amazing turn of speed. You're whizzing through the maze every time. You've been a little bit lucky. Do you think your luck will hold and gold medals coming your way?
I hope so, I really do. I think if we do well through the chicanes, I think we're going to get it.
Well, listen, remember, you should have asked Philippa about the football. Oh, she's a big football fan. Oh, she'll give you loads of tips, honestly, Anne. So there we are, Philippa. This is a sum up. Basically, both our robots are aerodynamic and a little bit racy, just like yourself.
Andy, watch out for those big ears. They'll get you into trouble one day. Let's go over to Barry Davis to talk us through the robot's gold run.
We're looking at Bugs Buggy. Do you think he would be in the last final of the Techno Games of year 2002? Well, he is, and in with a very good chance. Wolf will start as the favourite, but if you look at the times from the two semi-finals, there really wasn't much in it.
These are our two finalists, Wolf and Bugs Buggy. There's a gold medalist here and a silver medalist. But which is which? It's going to come down to driver ability and reliability. If I had to put my money on one, I'll go with these guys.
Team, stand by to compete. Power up.
And away we go. On the last final, Bugs Buggy off with a start and then wondering where it's going. Maybe wondering what it's doing here, but it's here and it's doing well. They're both struggling to get through the first test. And it's Bugs Buggy in fits and starts. Where is Wolf going? The buggy doesn't care. Pushing the bricks out of the way. Neither using the ramp. The Wolf closing up a little bit. Bugs Buggy comes across. And Wolf can't get to its football. Bugs Buggy scores and is going to take his title through the tyres and over the finishing line. The outsider has caused a surprise again. Wolf, not finding quite the form of earlier, has to settle for silver. There were ups and downs for Bugs Buggy, and here it was rather difficult for Wolf, but nothing illegal by Bugs Buggy. And then it was to shoot for home through the rubber. 42.85 the winning time. And what delight for the Ledbetter family. Bugs Buggy the gold in 42.85, Wolf the silver in 49.19, and interesting Big Bro the bronze in the fastest time, 36.72.
It's a new event for the games, but I can see this becoming a firm favourite for all you techies out there. Time to give out the medals. Thank you, Steve. First of all, picking up bronze, please make some noise for Big Brother. Well done, Ian. Well done, mate. Well done indeed. Picking up the silver. It's Wolfie in the game. There you are, lads. There you are. Silver for you. And picking up the gold. He's 13 years old, but he drove it like a seasoned professional. He came here, he saw, and he conquered. It gives me the greatest pleasure in the world to pick up the gold medals and give them to you, the Bugs Buggy team. Well done, lads. Well done indeed.
The ears got there. Oh, sorry you were wrong, Martin.
Again, I'm used to it.
Jubilation in here. We were really enjoying that, weren't we?
That was brilliant. That was brilliant.
Now, for me, the longer that lasted, the better, because it was such good fun.
Yes, it was.
But it did last, actually, a longer time than the bronze. Because Big Bro in the bronze playoff got 36.72.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
A time of which was faster than both the gold and silver medal winners, it turns out. That's a strange irony at work there.
Yes, it's unfortunate, isn't it?
Yeah, he still only gets bronze, though, sadly. Yes. What went wrong for Wolf? Because I think, was that, I don't know if I'm right, was that his slowest time yet? It certainly felt like it.
I think it
was definitely.
It's largely a question of who gets onto the centre line between the goals first, because the first person on that centre line, lined up for the ball, can then fire into the goal, and the other robot has to wait, because that other robot has to be on the centre line in order to fire.
Bugs was destined to win, that's what it was.
14-year-old bunny who's been saved from the attic and is now destined for a life of stardom.
And a 13-year-old driver wins.
Exactly.
Yes, great.
So thanks very much, guys.
Thank you.
After 2 weeks of hectic action with more than 20 new world records set and 66 Techno Games medalists crowned and not a single drug scandal in sight, the Games are coming to a close. But we've still got that Nesta Prize for the most innovative robot of the Games to award. And while we go down to the floor to see it announced, let's take a look at some of the highlights of this year's Games.
We're gonna freshen!
What a flying heat that was.
We started off little, now we're thinking big.
Let's boot him!
This is our Mike's Mouse Mini, which stands for Mighty Intelligent Maze Investigator.
I like.
So they start getting rough, we'll start getting rough. Oh.
Yes, you've scored more goals than anyone, and it's not down to power.
It's down to the
It's down to the flappy thing.
And out of that little lot, there were 6 special awards to give away to Techno Games star performers. Our first award was given for sportsmanship. The ever-popular sumo gold medalists from Brighton, the Big Bro team, Ian, Ellie and Joe Watts. The award for the most animal-like category was scooped by the amazing insect-like Bumblebot, built by the staff and pupils of the Highfield School from Matlock in Derbyshire.
High Climber 2 just blows me away. This is just... I'm speechless.
And leaving Simon speechless in the best engineering category were the staff and pupils of Highfield School. Again, it was natural rope climber Sisters of Murphy who picked up the prize for best designed robot of Techno Games for the Gore family from Blackrod in Lancashire.
Looney cycle. You may have noticed these propellers, they produce the lateral thrust needed to steer the thing. Isn't that beautifully simple?
Simple but effective. The most original concept award went to Bolton School in Manchester.
Stop laughing.
And finally, the award for the best performance of the games went to the record-breaking Quickie in the Solar Challenge event built by Alan Robinson from York. Well, all through the competition, you've been voting on our Robot World website for the People's Choice Award. So now's the time to find out which robot was your favourite. And so the most popular robot of Techno Games, as decided by you, the viewers, was Whiz Bang, the speedy cycling gold medalist, now the viewers' choice as well.
So that's the People's Champ. Now it's time to reveal who our experts have chosen for the Nesta, the National Endowment for Science, Technology and the Arts Award for Robotic Innovation.
And here, specially from Nesta, to present the award is Dr. Kathy Sykes. Hi, Kathy.
Hi. Well, it is an award for innovation, and we've seen some amazingly innovative robots, and I think everybody said it's been the best Techno Games ever. But for all those winning robots, there are still the losers, and there are some amazing robots that haven't won. And I just want to say to you all, get into your schools, get into your local science centres, or even science festivals, and show the world your robots, because you can just inspire the next generation, even if you didn't win. So, on to the prize. Yeah. The winners are, I would like to welcome on stage the Jack Flash team. Please come in. Well done. Well done. Well done. And 2, Paul Bedard, Tom Bedard and Izzy, and also Rebecca. And your prize is to go to the world's biggest robotics fair in Switzerland next May in Geneva. So that's an expenses paid trip. There you go.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
For your beautiful swimming fish.
It's wonderfully said.
Amazing.
Are you shocked? You didn't know what the prize was, did you?
Elated and shocked. I had a fantastic time.
Team Flash. Time to say goodbye from the best Techno Games ever. We have had records broken in every single event. So you must be inspired.
I'm very inspired. I've seen tears, I've seen happiness. It's been great. And if you don't get out there and get building some robots, I will be very disappointed.
You better build the robots, because the robots are coming. And let's face it, if you can't beat them, you might as well build them. Good night.